Political director and Face the Nation moderator John Dickerson is in Washington. John, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie.
So what's the political impact of all this discussion about the candidates' health so far, and looking at the New York Times CBS News poll?
Well, it doesn't seem to have a big role in the poll that we have, in part because some of these disclosures came out after we were in the field with the poll. I think the big question, obviously, is, one, are they fit and healthy for office? But then more broadly, every time there are one of these transparency questions about what the candidates are releasing and what their instincts are, should they release a lot? Are they giving the public everything the public needs? We're getting some sense of their patterns of openness. And that matters because they'll take those patterns into the office themselves, and whether they're going to be transparent in a campaign will tell us whether they'll be transparent in office. And that matters not just in terms of what they'll disclose, but how sensitive they'll be when no one's looking to kind of following the rules and doing things by the book.
John, follow up on this 1 second. Bill Clinton said while he was campaigning for her, why are we having such a fuss about having the flu?
Well, he wants to call it the flu. We're having a fuss because she collapsed there on video. He knows the power of images. He also knows that she does have a health history. She has blood clots. There are these issues. She's and so it's not just some passing thing. It's a moment here, and also we're having a fuss about it because the way the campaign handled it, admittedly, they say not very well in terms of letting the reporters know what was going on. Exacerbates her sort of signature problem, which is this question of trustworthiness. And so this goes to something the campaign should want to try and fix because it's one of her liabilities.
Some fascinating details inside the CBS News New York Times poll suggesting an enthusiasm gap in favor of Donald Trump.
Right, and that's something, when Hillary Clinton mentioned her basket of deplorables in the over the weekend when she was talking about Trump voters, there were some people who were trying to figure out, was that a gaffe? Was that part of strategy? There is a part of the Clinton strategy, which is to remind base voters in the Democratic Party of what they think of Donald Trump. And so that was, in some people's view, an effort to increase that enthusiasm by basically terrifying Democratic voters about Donald Trump. The thing about enthusiasm, though, is now with targeting and with many days of elections, where you can, in some states, the voting period is a month, you can work your voters in a way that you can improve those enthusiasm numbers. So it's really important to see where people lack enthusiasm, what states, and what the turnout operation is in those states.
Thank you so much, John.